Hi everyone, this is Abdul. Today I am going to be show how to configure the OSPF routing protocol. The elaboration of OSPF is open shortest path first. This is link state routing protocol. By using this routing protocol, we can able to communicate in between the networks. So before going to the configuration, I will explain the subnetting for this network. Here the IP address I have taken as an 192.168.10.0. This is class C IP address. In OSPF we can able to use classless, classful and VLSM. In this IP address I am going to be take subnet for LAN as an /27 for WAN /30. According to the /27 we can able to make 30 IP host for each network. For /30 we can able to make 2 IP host for each WAN network. I will explain. 192.168.10.1 to 30 IP address we can able to use for LAN. 31 is a broadcast address, we cannot able to use a broadcast address. So 32 is a network ID for network 2. 33 to 62 IP address we going to be used for LAN, and 63 is a broadcast address. 64 is a network ID we going to be assigned for the network 3. 65 to 94 IP address we can able to use in this LAN. 95 is a broadcast address and 96 is a network ID for this WAN network. In this WAN network there is only 2 interface, not only this WAN network, all the WAN networks we have only 2 interface, so that's why only I have taken the WAN as an /30. so the IP address is 97 for this serial port, 98 for this serial port I am going to be configure, and 100 is a network ID for this WAN network. 104 is a network ID for this WAN network. So without subnetting knowledge we cannot able to make any topology. And now we see how to configure the network. So I am going to be start from the network 1 PC. The IP address is 192.168.10.1. the subnet mask is 224. default gateway is 30. The subnet mask is /27 we have taken for LAN, so 224. the default gateway is 30, and I am going to be configure the IP address for second PC in the network 1. This 2. the subnet mask is 224 and the gateway is 30. Now I am going to be configure the fast Ethernet port in this router. Enable configuration terminal interface FA0/0 IP address 192.168.10.30 and also we need to give a subnet mask 255.255.255.224. no shut. Okay, now see here the LAN connection was established in network 1. Now I am going to be configure the network 2 PCs. So for this PC I am going to be assign the IP address as an 33. The subnet mask is 224 and the gateway is 62.62. In every LAN network we can able to make 29 PC, but I have shown only 2. For this PC the IP address is 192.168.10.34. the subnet mask is 224. the default gateway is 62. Okay, now I am going to be configure the fast Ethernet port in this router. Enable mode configuration terminal. I entered into the global configuration mode. In global configuration mode, need to mention the interface FA0/0. IP address is .168.10.62. IP address is 60. Sorry. IP address 192.168.10.62. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.224. No shut. Now the network to LAN connection was established. Now I am going to be configure the IP address for network 3 PCs. 65. The subnet mask is 224 and default gateway is 94. And in this PC I'm going to be assign the IP address as an 66 and the default subnet mask is 224 and default gateway is 94. So we need to configure the fast Ethernet port for this router. Enable configuration terminal. IP address 192.168.10.94. Subnet mask is 255.254. Oh sorry, I didn't mention the interface FA0/0. IP address is no shut. Okay, in all the networks the LAN configuration was completed. Now I am going to be configure the WAN. In this WAN there is 2 serial port. So in this router I am going to be configure the 97 IP address for this serial port, 104 IP address for this serial port. Interface S2/0. IP address is 192.168.10.97. Subnet mask is 255.255.252. For WAN/30, so I'm using 252. So in a serial port we need to give a clock rate. So I'm going to be give clock rate as an 64,000. No shut. Exit. Interface S3/0. IP address is 192.168.10.101. here 101 for S3/0. The subnet mask is 255.255.252. Clock rate is 64,000. No shut. Exit. So the WAN configuration was completed for network 1 router. Now I am going to be configure the network 2 router. In this network 2 router I am going to be configure the 98 IP address for serial 3/0, 105 for serial 2/0. Interface S3/0. IP address is 192.168.10.98. Subnet mask is 255.255.250. 2. No shut. See here, the connection was established in between the WAN. So now I am going to be configure the interface S3/0, sorry, S2/0, S2/0, interface S2/0. The IP address is 190.168.10.105. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.252. Clock rate is 64,000. No shut. Okay. Now I am going to be configure the network 3 router. In this router I am going to be configure 106 IP address for this serial port, 102 for this serial port. Interface S2/S3/0. IP address is 190.168.10.106 for /3/0 106. The IP subnet mask is 255.255.252. No shut. So exit from the serial port S3/0. Now I am going to be configure the interface S2/0. The IP address is 190.168.10, sorry, 10.102. The subnet mask is 255.255.255.252. No shut. Okay, now we completed the interface configuration in between the LAN and WAN. Let me check from network 1. So the connection was established in network 1 LAN. Network 2 LAN also the connection was established. Network 3 LAN, oops, yes. So all network LAN was established, connection was established. Now I am going to be check from this router, network 2 router to network 3 router. So connection was established. So I am going to be check here. This also giving response. So the every LAN and WAN connection was established. Now I am going to be check from the network 1 PC to network 2 PC. It is failed. So now I am going to check network 1 PC to network 3 PC. It is also failed. So because we need to configure the OSPF. By using this routing protocol we can able to communicate in between the network LAN. So I will show how to configure the OSPF. I will start from this router 0. So we need to configure every router, and the command is router OSPF. So every OSPF configuration we need to give some process ID. So the process ID ranges from 1 to 65,535. If we have any doubt means we will check from the router 1 to 65,535 process ID. In between this range we can able to give any process ID. So now I am going to be give 10. So in OSPF we need to advertise the network, what are the directly connected to this router. So here 0 network and 96 network and 100. These three networks are directly connected to this router, so we need to advertise this network in this router. So I will show how to advertise it. Network 192.168.10.0 network I am going to be advertise first. So in every OSPF, in previous scenarios we will use subnet mask for every configuration, but in OSPF we will use wildcard mask. Wildcard mask is nothing but, I will explain. For WAN, for LAN, we will /27 we will use a subnet mask is 254. So wildcard mask is nothing but the inverse of subnetting mask is called as an wildcard mask. For inverse of this subnet mask is 0.0.0.31. so this is wildcard mask. So I am going to be give a wildcard mask for this network 0.0.0.31, and also we need to mention the area. The OSPF is we need to mention the area which OSPF is connected to, which area we need to mention it. So next I am going to be advertise the network 96. So the wildcard mask for a WAN network is 0.0.0.3, area 0, and third one is 100. So we need to advertise the 100 network also, and exit. So now we completed the configuration in the OSPF configuration in this router. Now I am going to be configure the OSPF in network to router. Configuration terminal, router, OSPF. The process ID I am going to be give for this router is 20. So here we need to advertise 32, 96 and 104. Network 192.168.10.32. The wildcard mask is 0.0.0.31, area 0. Network, the second network ID is 96. So I am going to be mention 96. Wildcard mask is 0.0.0.3. So now I am going to be advertise the network 104. Okay, see here the OSPF was established in this network. So we have completed the configuration for this router. So finally I am going to be configure this router. The command is router OSPF. Here I am going to be give 30 process ID, network 192.168.10. So in this router network 100, 104 and 64, these three are directly connected to this network, this router. So I am going to be advertise these networks. Network 192.168.10.64. So wildcard mask is 0.0.0.31, area 0. Network 104. A subnet mask, wildcard mask is this is WAN network, so I am giving sub wildcard mask as an 0.0.0.3 because we have taken the WAN as an /30. So now the OSPF is established for this WAN network. Finally we need to advertise the 100 network. 100. Okay. For 100 network also the OSPF was established. Now we will check the connection. Yes, the connection from network 1 PC to network 3 PC, the connection was established. So this is the configuration of the OSPF. This is the basic configuration of OSPF, and the advantage of the OSPF is the convergence is very fast compared to RIP. In OSPF there is no hop count, unlimited hop count, so we can able to use this network in this protocol in every large networks. In large networks we can able to use OSPF. And the main advantage of OSPF is the router send the hello packets to the neighbor router for every 10 seconds, and the router will maintain the routing table automatically. So in next video we will see how to configure the EIGRP. Thanks for watching.